Stop letting the media choose your enemies for you and start listening to them in their own words. Because what the media did to Trump, the media is now doing to Zohran Mamdani. And neither of these guys are as dangerous as the media wants you to believe. Zohran Mamdani is a rising populist on the left, emerging from the ashes of a crumbling Democratic Party. He's young, he's charming, he's got momentum, and whether you agree with him or not, he represents a genuine ideological shift happening in this country. If he wins the New York City mayoral race, as polling suggests he will, he'd be opening up the Overton window on the left, pushing ideas that weren't even considered mainstream a few years ago. Sound familiar? That's exactly what Trump did to the Republican Party in 2016. And like clockwork, the same media playbook used to make Trump terrifying is being dusted off and rerun on a new target. When Trump showed up, the media went full throttle. Racist, misogynist, dictator, white supremacist, not once, not twice, but endlessly. And to this day, headlines, legacy outlets, politicians, podcasts, social media, you were dissuaded from hearing him speak in long form or even seeing him as human because the labels had already done their job. They were lodged in the public consciousness. For millions of people, that became gospel. Here's just a glimpse of that.
The former white supremacist in chief, Donald Trump,
who has the morals of an alley cat.
That's right.
He's a right-wing racist, misogynist.
He's arrogant, he's thin-skinned, misogynist, he's narcissistic,
sexist, racist, misogynistic,
fascist, sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot.
A full MAGA misogynist ticket.
Misogynist.
A dictator.
Dictator.
A dictator.
Dictator. A dictator. A dictator.
A dictator. A dictator.
Now look at Mamdani. Communist, anti-Semitic, radical, dangerous. They're not spending much time interrogating his policies or challenging his ideas. They're branding him. They're constructing an emotional reality around him before you ever get to hear what he actually believes. Here's just a glimpse of that.
Self-proclaimed New York City communist Zohran Mamdani,
who is a socialist communist.
Well, Mamdani the communist.
An avowed communist.
I call him my little communist.
Momo and Adams will eat each other alive. Mamdani versus Sliwa. My heart wants Sliwa. New York should want Sliwa.
Right.
But right now, there is no logical reason to believe this animal, he's an animal, is not going to win.
And when it comes to the local election of the New York City mayor, I mean, this is the most important city in the world. And it's on the verge of electing an open communist who believes in blowing up buses and cafes as a sign of resistance called intifada.
Specifically, has Mamdani said that you think is anti-Semitic?
Pro-Hamas. Hamas is a dangerous terrorist organization that should be destroyed. To lift them up and praise them, I think that's a clear indicator that something is wrong with that. But he has
when did he praise Hamas? I don't recall him ever praising Hamas.
Well, that's because he never did praise Hamas.
Now, you might be thinking, yeah, but with him, it's different. Well, whether that's Mamdani or Trump, that kind of proves the point. Labels like racist or anti-Semitic don't just criticize. They decide who's one of us and who needs to be shut out. And next thing you know, we're more divided. The label becomes the weapon. It shuts down conversation before it even starts. These words get repeated constantly because they work. That's repetition bias. When you hear the same thing over and over again, your brain starts accepting it as truth. Not because it's been proven, but because it's familiar and everyone's saying it, so it must be true. This is a psychological weapon. These labels aren't just descriptive, they're prescriptive. They tell you how to feel before you've had the chance to do your own research. This is how the media trains us to ignore people, not just to disagree with them, but to erase them from consideration entirely. And it works because once someone's been stamped with a word like communist or dictator, most people don't dig any deeper. Now, let me be clear. I'm not defending Mamdani, but I'm also not buying the idea that he's dangerous, when in reality, his goals resemble European social democracies more than communism. And the truth is, most of those goals probably won't happen anyway, because he'll need both state and federal support, which he really may not get. So this isn't about Mamdani or Trump or left versus right. It's about you. Are you thinking your own thoughts or just repeating the ones they gave you? Maybe it's time we stop letting the loudest voices decide who we're allowed to listen to. And maybe it's time we start thinking for ourselves. Until next time, stay curious and stay grounded. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, check out this video next. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I drop a new video every week.